I used to like watch these like masculinity videos on YouTube. If you're a man, you probably know what I'm talking about like how to be a man, how to have more discipline, how to hold masculine frame or whatever. And it honestly just made me feel like I was less of a man because I was like trying to behave in these certain ways or have the characteristics that the men would talk about in these videos. But it was almost like I was forcing it. It wasn't my natural state of being. It was like I had to like force myself to behave in these certain ways, and it just didn't feel right. But when I started taking a step back and just focusing on my nervous system, focusing on these techniques that I'm going to tell you about, and just being the person that I want to be, all of that internal dialogue fell away. I didn't worry about who I was as like a masculine man, how masculine I was being or whatever. And in turn, I became like more, I guess what you would term like say as masculine. And it just became something that was effortless and almost like who I was. There wasn't any more like forcing or stretching to be certain someone. It just became who I was. And so in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to train your nervous system to be more masculine. Ironic that I'm teaching you how to be more masculine, but the real message of this video is how to be yourself. It doesn't matter if that's masculine, feminine. I'm just trying to help you be more of the person that you want to be. And so the first thing, it's gonna sound so simple. You're gonna hate me for telling you this, but it's all about your sleep. Your sleep determines how you feel, your hormones, your neurochemicals, everything is basically based off of your sleep. And if you're not getting good sleep, you're not gonna be able to show up as the person that you want to be. But once you learn how to master your sleep, essentially waking up at the same time, getting sunlight exposure, not having blue lights in the evening, being conscious of when you eat your last meal, you will find that it's easier to get a good night's sleep and in turn easier to be your highest self and the version of yourself that you really want to be. And the next thing is breathing. You might not notice it now, but I invite you to check in with your breathing. How are you breathing? Like notice where it's at. Are you breathing into your belly? Are you breathing in your chest? Is it fast, slow, deep? Training yourself, retraining your nervous system to breathe deeply, to breathe into the belly, to breathe more relaxed is going to have profound effects on the way that you show up in your life. And if you are able to have the awareness to simply take a deep breath when your nervous system is becoming stressed with cortisol, it is going to absolutely change the way that you show up in social situations, in difficult situations, and in the entire your entire way of being in life. And so tuning into your breathing, getting a breathing practice, and also a mindfulness practice, those two are interconnected, will literally help you direct your nervous system in the way that you want it to go. Breathing is the number one way that you can consciously control your nervous system beyond sleep and beyond your diet. And the third is your way of thinking, finding meaningful ways to get dopamine instead of this instant gratification that everyone's addicted to on their phones. And so it's like, instead of getting your dopamine from looking at phone, like looking at social media, watching porn, eating highly processed foods, take a step back from that, de-stimulate so that your threshold for dopamine is lower, and then set meaningful goals that will challenge you to go out and achieve and will give you a real level of fulfillment. Now, this is when things really start to change and your life will start to gain like a snowball effect where you just have success and you get fulfillment and have fun getting success, because making meaningful strides towards your goals releases dopamine in your brain. That's what the whole system, that's what your nervous system is made for. It's simply been hijacked by all of these tech companies and all of these fast food companies and literally everything in society to get you away from pursuing long-term goals in exchange for like the shorter instant gratification dopamine hit. But if you can be conscious of this and steer your attention and intention in a different way to pursue meaningful goals, you will find that you can accomplish way more than you think. It'll unleash an energy inside you, an untapped potential that you might not have even known was there. And so take a step back, notice where you're like instant gratifying yourself, and set the intention to change it. And set a goal that you're trying to achieve, whether it's going to the gym 3 times a week, whether it's reading a book in the next 2 weeks. Something simple that just helps you gain a little bit of dopamine as you realize you're working towards it is gonna change your mind. It's gonna change your nervous system and literally rewire it to what you attribute pleasure to. Once you start making these meaningful progress and steps towards your goal, you're gonna come to look at this instant gratification as merely distraction, merely mindless entertainment that is distracting you from pursuing what gives you real meaning and satisfaction in life. I really hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe, do the things. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.